So yeah, y'all, we are at the PetSmart.
And as you can see, y'all, that's so much ones you can pick from. And then you can zoom out and do Roadie anywhere. So let's say I'm in Galveston. Tractor Supply. The largest one I saw in here was 97 miles. That is wild. Wild. Dang. That ends all the way right here. So it shows you all the places you're going to go to.
It says swipe to arrive. She just said that all the orders are on these little bins right here. And to just scan them. So you guys, we picked up the order. And it literally only took about 5 minutes to get all of this. This was very, very easy. All we had to do was go inside. The way to the first location, it says it's 10 minutes away. And it says this is a contactless delivery. The address is inaccessible or you cannot find a secure drop-off. Attempt to contact them. Calling them or whatever. So once I get there, it says I have to take a picture, and then it says I have to scan the barcode, and after that I'm done. And we arrived. Gotta scan. So I scanned everything already. I'm on the photo part. We got a lot of cats. Oh my god! You gotta use a digital key. That's crazy. Basically that's for the insurance. You press that. That's the last thing that we gotta grab right there. This is right to the right. I'll scan the barcode.
Got some good shit. I don't know about him on Instagram.
Hey. As you guys can see, it's literally nothing on this end. We're on the north side. This is how it looked like on the outside. We literally just drove past it. I seen it on TikTok a couple of times. I didn't know it had an actual place where you could go inside and actually. So 1 out of 10, that spot was a 2 out of 10. I would say for today.
The food.
The food. The fries was. I feel like they need to be a little bit crispier.
Yeah.
Because they were super soft, and and I don't like soft fries. That shit was nasty to me. I like mine at least a little bit more fried. I would say then it would have tasted better, and the fact that they have no seasonings. I mean, not seasonings, sauces. Yeah. Like dipping sauces. The only dipping sauces they have is ranch. At that point, you need to invest your money into something else. I'm going on his Instagram because the dude that owns it, he works here, and then he's on his Instagram. I'm watching his story. He's showing his fancy cars. You got all this money for all these fancy ass cars in this luxurious house that you have, but yet you didn't invest it into your restaurant. Because I'm not gonna lie, inside it was dirty. The tables were dirty. The floor was dirty. And me being an inspector, I naturally observe wherever I'm at. It doesn't matter. And it was hot in there. They had no AC. That shit said 84 degrees, bro. They had a big ass fan. They had to invest into buying 2 big ass fans up in there just so we could have air being in there. And then he did not care about the decoration. Like, it was not pretty on the inside, and it's small too, I would say. The parking lot is bigger than the inside of the store, I would say. How did the bathroom look? You said the men's bathroom was out of order. Only the women's work. So whatever dude walked up in there had to use the women's bathroom.
It was a.
No, straight.
Oh, I'm gonna take it. Oh, okay.
And it's in the ghetto. Not gonna lie. We are by Telephone Road. If you guys know where that's at, then you know where that's at in Houston, bro. We are on the north side.
I got that 5.
Yeah.
I got that 5 week.
What would you rate the fries?
I'm gonna die behind that one.
What would you rate the fries?
I rate the fries 5 out of 10. Only because it wasn't
seasoned good.
It was seasoned good, but it was like more cayenne pepper. I need a little bit more flavor.
Yeah.
It was just like regular fries.
I think that's
like,
accessories.
something like
they
that.
They only put cayenne pepper, and that's not really.
Like,
that adds
really,
spice, but that doesn't add a flavor
really
like that. Yeah. And they thought that was doing something by adding some parsley on there.
Okay.
And then the chicken, what would you say with the chicken? The chicken wings, 1 out of 10, I would say they were a little bit too
They were
hard on the outside, like the skin part. And then it wasn't seasoned to the T.
I
Like,
will
it was
say
not
this
seasoned
though.
good.
I will say this though. The wings and fries for $20, we sure got our fucking money's worth.
Yeah,
That shit was so
filled it
full,
up. Yeah.
they couldn't even close the plate.
Yeah,
They
I
couldn't even
understand that
close
part.
the plate.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand that.
Yeah, but it was not worth the money tasting wise. That's what I meant. Like,
it wasn't.
no, I would never go and get that same combination from there ever again. We're gonna go back for part 2.
Another day, another dollar. This is how my stuff looks. Right here. For ready. I'm gonna put it in my trunk, put some of that stuff up there. And then they got the people that come and bring out your pallets and stuff. And yeah, so pretty easy. Got my work gear on, my work outfits on, my other phone that I gotta scan on. It scans. So these are all the packages right here. And then that one big box, and that's it. And this. So basically, you go into that warehouse, they get your stuff, and then you go bring all this in there, and then you go to your locations, and you drive off. And that's really about it. It's just warehouses around here. Their packages out, which I like. So, and this is by US. So they start posting at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So as soon as they start posting, I come on here and it's usually packed. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna see a lot of people. You're gonna see at least about 100 cars here because they usually have 200 Roadie orders every single day. Sometimes it's really... I saw a Roadie this morning that was literally 35 miles for 30 deliveries, and it was $130. And the Roadies go up to $300. Sometimes even $400 in some of these orders. I did $120 one. I did $120 one some time ago for I think 45 miles, and it was 7 deliveries. So this is just delivering packages, no food, no nothing, literally packages. Literally go on the app and it shows you a bunch of different, like 300 to 400 to choose from. Probably even a little bit more. You really got like 700 to choose from because they got Home Depot on there. They also got food places on there, like steak places, and they also got PetSmart, Petco, Best Buy, and they have airport orders. So Southwest Airlines, and they have Delta and something else. So you can go pick up deliveries from the airport as well. They have pharmacy stuff, so CVS Pharmacy. They also have pharmacies at other places too. They be having ones that I've never heard of. Like I don't like J.H. Nash. I don't even know what that is. If I know it's gonna take too long, I don't do those. Especially ones with food because I already deal with food. Window filters a lot. I also delivered a tire. One tire. Another time I did a Roadie. Really simple process. So you pick your Roadie order because you can pick whatever order you want. You can also do multiple. So basically what that means is if you see an order that's like $80 for 35 miles, right? Like 20 packages, you could take another order. You could take up to, I think, like 4 different Roadie orders. There's a lot of people that have vans and box trucks come and do these. Now, like I said, the Roadie orders can go up to $300, $400 too. So I get it. Trust me, I get it. Right here, so I scan the barcode. It says I have 0 scans remaining. Now it says complete pickup. I gotta see if this box fits in the car in the first place. And we got this big box up in here, which I'm surprised. So did you guys love this? That's where the ride house is. Not a lot of people here, as y'all can see.
So this is gonna be the end of the video for Roadie. I'm still doing it, but I wanted to go over a couple of things on the video because I wanted to explain a couple of things in detail when it comes to this app. So Roadie is a delivery gig app. Roadie feels different from DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, Amazon Flex, stuff like that, because you're not just delivering food. Sometimes you are delivering food, sometimes you might be delivering luggage, sometimes you might be delivering auto parts like windshield wipers, tires, prescriptions, and as well as retail orders like wallets, clothes, shoes, stuff like that. And it's not just from like normal stores. It's from like Gap, Banana Republic, Old Navy, JCPenney, They even got TVs, TV stands, furniture, all different types of stuff that you can deliver on Roadie. Yeah, gaming chairs, all different types, TVs, all that type of stuff that you can deliver on Roadie. Beds, mattresses, bed frames, all different types of stuff. And there's all different types of vehicles. You got SUVs, sedans, vans, box trucks, a bunch of different ones. So it doesn't really matter what car you got or anything like that. They don't discriminate. I've been doing gig work since I think 2019. What about you?
2021.
And why did you start?
Giving it out.
You just want to try something new?
Yeah.
Me, I did it because I was bored, and I also did it because I felt like it was an easy side hustle. Like if you needed a quick little amount for a little bill, or maybe for some food, or even on the side for your 9 to 5 or whatever. Because a lot of people do it after their 9 to
I
5.
had this weird thing that I wouldn't let my account dip below a certain number, so that's why I did to generate the money so my account wouldn't dip below a certain number.
And it's smart too, because if you, let's say you end up going to go do activity, or you go travel and go somewhere, you can come back home and do the side hustle and make your money right back. Whether it's in a day, whether it's in a week, or even a month, you're making your money right back. Now, what made me choose Roadie? I've been having Roadie on my phone for the past 3 years. I've tried to constantly get Roadies because with Roadie it's different from other delivery driving apps. Like other delivery driving apps, you can just accept the order and go. You feel me? Roadie is not like that. So basically, for Roadie, you have to submit an offer and they have to accept it. So the people at the warehouse or the people at the store, so like let's say you get a Home Depot order or a Walmart order, or let's say that you get an airport order or something like that. They even got dealers on there, like Place Sephora, stuff like that. So let's say you get orders from there. You have to submit your offer. So that Place Sephora, Walmart, whatever, they have to accept it. If they accept it, then you get to go. And after a certain amount of time, if you don't start the gig or start driving, it will cancel on you. If you don't make it down time, it will cancel on you. So yeah, I think doing Roadie is very efficient and better than certain delivery driving apps. And it's guaranteed money, yes. And with the offer screen, like I said, they have to accept, and the payout is immediately. So it takes about maybe 30 minutes to process, or sometimes even 5, and you can get your money like that. So if you made $50, if you made 250, I've seen Roadie orders go up to $400. And a lot of these Roadie orders are coming from USPS and they coming from UPS. So I'm guessing it's an overload with workers and packages from these other companies. So they allow Roadie and all these other delivery driving companies finish out their packages. Yes. And there's all shapes and sizes that do Roadie, all genders, races, I'm trying to tell you. The mileage with Roadie, they show it on the app. So as soon as you see an offer, they will show the mileage. They'll show you how long you're going to be driving. You can zoom in on the map and see if it's an apartment or a house, whatever the case may be. It also shows you the pickup, the drop off. It also shows you how many drop offs you're doing, how many packages, and how much it's going to be. So
show you how long they think you're going to take.
Yeah, they also show you how long they think you're going to take. Sometimes when it says 5 hours, you can finish in 2 if you're very strategic and smart and you've been doing this for a while. If the packages cannot be delivered, you got to drive all the way back to the warehouse and drop it back off. Nobody's mean doing Roadie. I've never had any altercations with anybody else that was doing Roadie and doing pickup orders. I never had altercations with the store people or the workers, warehouse workers, whatever. And on Roadie, it actually shows you how many pounds you're picking up. It shows you your dimensions and everything. So, and it also shows if you can fit in your car. So I like that because it can show you how much you're going to be picking up, how many like places you're delivering to, all that. And it also shows you what city you're going to. And I feel like it actually makes financial sense rather than other delivery driving platforms. And I do think that the biggest mistake that a lot of beginners make when they do delivery driving is that they pick orders without thinking about where the delivery leaves you, or how far you're driving, how long you're driving, or what place you're going to. Because some of the places that you go to could take up way more time for you to even deliver something. Like most of the time, you can deliver to houses. And I said that multiple times throughout a lot of my delivery driving vlogs and videos and stuff like that, because it's faster. Doing apartments and townhomes and multi-places and all this type of stuff takes up a lot of time trying to find this stuff. But sometimes you will get that in your order. I don't mind 1 or 2, but when it comes to multiple, yeah, no. And with Roadie, it's everywhere. So it's all throughout the state or the city that you're in. So yeah, a $30 gig is not necessarily good if you're driving 25 miles out and you're driving 25 miles back home. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, what I usually do is I do $1 per mile. So if it says I'm doing like 40 miles, I'm going to do a $40 order and above. If it says it's 5 miles, I'm not going to do $5, of course, $5 order, but I'll do 10 or 15 will be the lowest.
I don't think I've ever seen a $5. It was actually like $6.
Yeah, I think that's the lowest I've ever seen on Roadie with $6 orders, and that's CVS, and usually it's a mile. It's a mile. So yeah, and it's usually one delivery. Now when it comes to like Best Buy and like certain Home Depot orders and airport orders, and then sometimes PetSmart and all these other ones, they're high. They're usually $40 to $300.
But you also got to look at, some of them have multiple pickup locations.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It takes more time.
And like I said previously in this video, you can stack orders. So you can pick up multiple Roadie orders. So like, let's say if there's multiple orders on the map, right? And you see like 3 different CVS orders, they're all right by you. You can submit your offer for all 3. All 3 of them can accept you. They will regenerate it on the app to where they will show you which CVS to go to first, and you can pick them up and then go to your deliveries. So it's cool that you can pick up multiple at once instead of just doing one. And you can make way more money by doing multiple different Roadies at once. Like one time I did one $60 one, and then I did one, I think $50 one or something like that. And I made over $100. So in a matter of 5 hours. So that was convenient for me. and it was going to the same city. But waiting for pickup, most of the time for Roadie, you don't have to wait for pickup. But I would say like for CVS, like medical orders, when you're picking up prescriptions, because they have other places, other pharmacies that you can pick up prescriptions too. But most of the time, you have to wait 20 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes for a prescription. And with Roadie, you definitely have to read how many dimensions and how many pounds it is, because you got to see if it can fit in your car. You also got to see if you can pick it up. I'm a woman and I'm kind of small, so for me, I don't do any orders where it's more than 40 pounds. Okay, and the ones that usually is over 40 pounds is like over $100, unless what? Yeah, unless he's there. So I would definitely recommend a helper if you're a woman, or if you're a dude and you feel like you need the extra help. I would definitely recommend somebody. There's a couple of stores I like picking from. I don't pick from every single one. Sometimes I randomly will pick from one that I've never done before. With apartment deliveries, you gotta deal with gates, access codes, elevators, confusing building numbers, no parking, customers not answering the phone. All that stuff can literally make a simple delivery into a hectic delivery.
Especially if they got no digital key to open.
Yeah, and then especially if you get stuck in there and you can't get out, and especially if the apartments don't even have they don't even have the numbers on the building, so where you don't even know what building you're walking to. I've dealt with that, as well as dogs being loose, mushrooms growing out of the grass. You feel me? As well as you having to find the mail room, or even having to find the customer. And even when it comes to doing it out in Houston, in certain metro areas, I highly would not recommend, because you're dealing with traffic, you're dealing with toll roads, you're dealing with construction, you're dealing with long distances between the suburbs, you're dealing with bricks, you feel me, and stuff like that. So no, not doing it. I usually do it in cities that is not packed in or royal, and usually cities that's easier for me to drive in. Yeah, I think you can definitely make a living off of Roadie, because there's some high orders. That's if, yeah, if you take the $100 a day orders, I promise you, you're good. Yeah, and I've never had like a worst Roadie day. I think my worst Roadie day was when I had a lot of apartments. I had like 10. No, I had like 30 apartments too. Yeah, one of the times when I wasn't with you, one of the times he was with me, we had like 20. We had like 20 packages all by the Heights. And you guys know where that's at in Houston? Yeah. That was horrible, because you're dealing with trains. No, it was also this. And then I would say my best Roadie days is usually when I'm delivering mainly to houses and I get to finish early. So, but you can definitely decline orders on Roadie. It doesn't affect your score, nothing like that. The timing that I usually see gigs up here is usually like 5 a.m. in the morning. Dead serious. And the Roadie orders will go on until like 12, maybe even 1 a.m. in the morning. So you can take a Roadie at 10 p.m. at night. You can take a Roadie at 3 p.m. You can take a Roadie at 6 a.m. in the morning if you want to.
It tells you what time you're expected to deliver all.
Yeah. And then the weekdays, I would say, is better for Roadie. The weekends is kind of iffy. It's kind of iffy.
Especially Sundays.
Yeah. Morning time is the best. Afternoon time is the best. Evening time is iffy. It's iffy. And Roadie is very competitive. Very competitive. A lot of people will take an order when you're looking at it. Just like all these other delivery apps. They will take it fast as heck if you don't go and hurry up and try to submit your offer and get it. So just because you see a gig and you submit an offer for a gig, that does not mean that you're going to get it. You could end up getting offered not selected, or getting canceled.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you submit an offer for a gig, say you submit an offer and somebody else submit an offer, your offer is not selected, but the other person's offer is. By the time they don't start driving when they're supposed to, or they cancel, they're gonna put it back on the app. And I've had that happen to me a few times. They kept declining my offer, but I kept refreshing it and they kept putting it back on the app. So I think like the 4th time I submitted for it, they finally accepted me. And that was a PetSmart order when I first started doing Roadie.
Me and him, we took some time to get back into Roadie, because when me and him first downloaded it, me and him was submitting offers and we was not getting selected. And it was multiple times.
Torture, bro.
It was multiple times. I was talking about like 15 times.
So you got selected? No.
And
Did you? No.
Me and him just gave up on the app completely. Like I deleted it. I didn't care for it. Nothing like that. Our account did not delete. So we ended up re-downloading it in 2025, and we decided to go back into it and try it again. And we actually got accepted for a lot of the offers that we sent out.
Oh, have you dealt with that?
As well as wrong addresses.
Well, send me to an address that don't even exist. I'm like, damn, they must have changed the numbers on the street, because this is what it's sending me. And then one of the things, they sent me to a freaking gazebo, but that's where the thing was supposed to be. And I'm like,
that's what it shows on the app.
I'm like, well, man, I'm dropping it where the app sends me.
Same. I had one today that was like that. So then, as well as missing orders, as well as the customer not being available, you gotta call them or text them.
As well as orders that's not supposed to be in your batch.
Yeah. And of course, you gotta take pictures after you deliver it, but also know about the safety. You know, also that's why I do it in houses, because I feel like doing it in complexes or townhouses and stuff like that, especially in certain parts of Houston, is dangerous. Especially as a woman, especially with somebody who has a car, especially somebody who has packages. People don't think about that at all. So, vehicle wear, of course, you're gonna have tire problems. You might have wear and tear. You might have maintenance problems or mileage. That's with any delivery driving service. And I feel like I make a lot more than I'm spending on having to charge my car or with certain other stuff going on in my life. So
that's like 85-15%.
So if you like Roadie, let me know down below if you ever tried it. If you want to try it, make sure you guys comment, make sure you guys like and subscribe.